On this episode, we chat with noted Bangkok artist Alex Face about his giant creations and what inspires him.
So, if you've ever wanted to peek behind the curtain on Thailand's street-level arts scene, you'll dig this episode of the Bangkok Podcast.
Sawadee krap, and welcome to the Bangkok Podcast. My name is Greg Jorgensen, a Canadian who came to Thailand in 2001 after the Y2K bug destroyed most of Western culture. At least that's what I'm led to believe, although I haven't checked.
And I'm Ed Knuth, an American who came to Thailand on a one-year teaching contract 20 years ago, fell in love with losing track of time in the beer bars of Sukhumvit, and I never left.
Are you sure it was 20 years ago? Maybe it was 30 years ago. How much time have you lost?
That's about right. That about sums it up. All right, we want to say a quick thank you to one of our patrons, Mikhail Lunden, who supports us at the show shout-out level. Stick around after our interview with well-known graffiti artist / regular artist Alex Face to hear why Mikhail needs to coach Greg and I in the field of ultra stamina. Mm-hmm. And a huge thanks to all of our patrons who support the show. Patrons get a ton of cool stuff, including our ad-free regular show a day early, behind-the-scenes photos and videos of our interviews, discounts on swag, which you can find on our website, and various other things that aren't available to regular listeners. But best of all, patrons like Mikhail also get an unscripted, uncensored bonus episode every week where we riff on current events and random topics. We just finished recording this week's bonus show, and we chatted about our recent meetup, which was well attended by ladies, gentlemen, and all manner of awesome folks. An update on the 10 new COVID cases that Thailand suddenly has. News on the ongoing anti-government protests, and of course, a shout out to Greg's son, who just turned 6.
Love you, buddy.
That's right. To become a patron, head to bangkokpodcast.com/support. All right, a quick note about a special promotion for expats and foreigners living in Thailand. We heard about this from our former guest, Ploy. Thank you very much, Ploy, for letting us know. This basically boils down to free money. All you need to do is go to the Facebook page for Social Giver. It's spelled exactly how it sounds, social, SOCIAL, and then Giver, GIVER. And just tell them you are an expat or foreigner living in Thailand, and they will send you a voucher for 500 baht. So this is a local travel promotion. So check it out. And thanks again, Ploy, for letting us know about that.
Yeah, well, like we mentioned just there quickly, we talked about on our bonus show, we went into more detail about what our meetup was like, but really great time. Many thanks to everyone who came out. I got home far later than I normally do, but it was a hell of an evening.
As did I.
I think you broke some kind of record. But it was a hell of an evening, and these events are always attended by some of, I think, Bangkok's coolest people. So I did a quick plunge into my memory, and we have to give a quick shout out to Wim, Zach, Alan, Sid, Paige, Paul, Christian, Scott, Erica, Diane, Guy, Nigel, Bowling, Poi, Leo, Andy, Jack, Alessandro, Florian, and Fen, although I'm probably missing a handful of people, and I apologize.
Yeah, I had a great time. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I wish I was a better mingler. I tried to talk to everyone. I'm not sure I got around to everyone, but in general, I had a great time. And when I got home, the sun was coming up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. No more information will be given out.
Yeah, I got home somewhat before that, but I was also up early the next day to take my kid to swimming lessons. Our lives are very different, Ed.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but great time. And if you're in town, hopefully when things get back to normal, come on down to the next one because it's always fun. Alrighty then. Well, in this episode, we sit down with someone you probably wouldn't know if you saw him on the street, but if you're familiar with Bangkok in any way, shape, or form, you probably know his work. Our guest is the celebrated artist known simply as Alex Face, who is most well known for his creation named Marty, a three-eyed child who wears a bunny suit and is often seen in giant murals on the sides of buildings all around Bangkok, and indeed in several other cities around the world as well. So I caught up with Alex at his gallery on Sathorn Soi Nung to discuss his youth spent spraying graffiti on walls, his inspirations, his big break, and how realistic it is to see art as a reflection of the society that inspires it. So here is my interview with Alex Face. All right. Well, I'm sitting down with my new friend, my new friend, Mr. Alex Face. And we just met a few minutes ago. This interview came together very, very quickly. Now, you might not know the name Alex Face, but you definitely know the work. And he is the guy who paints those really iconic pictures of Marty. Is that right, Marty?
But actually, I don't have any name for this character.
Okay.
But
okay, well,
my daughter named Marty, so everyone call Marty.
it's the character of this sort of chubby little kid with the big eyes,
Yes.
sometimes wearing a bunny suit and a third eye. This is Mr. Alex Face. Sir, welcome to the Bangkok podcast.
Thank you.
Now, this came together really quickly because we have some mutual friends, and I reached out on Facebook, and you said, yeah, can you do the interview tonight? Oh, yeah. I said, yeah, okay. So here we are. Right now, we're sitting at the City Gallery in Saton. And
Saton Soy 1.
Saton Soy 1. We're in a large room surrounded by your paintings.
Yeah, I have a solo show at the moment.
A solo show. It's really neat. It's very cool. There's only a couple of other people here. So it's just us. So we've got a couple of people, a couple of our listeners over the years have asked to have you on the show.
Okay.
And most recently, my buddy Joe was like, you really got to get this guy on, because Joe lives in Philadelphia, where he says where graffiti art was born, and he loves your work. So he helped me put together a few questions. So let's first of all just give us a quick intro of how you became an artist and how a little Thai kid ended up with a solo show at the City Gallery.
For me, I'm start painting, when I was very, very young. Yeah, and keep drawing the whole time, and then I know what I want to do in the future, paint, and then I'm study art.
So you knew that from a young age. You were like, this is it. This is all I'm going to do.
I don't have any toy, I think one thing I can do to make me fun, just like, I take the clay, some smooth clay or something.
Oh, the clay, sorry.
Yeah, the clay, yeah. And then I play with that and also draw, with the pencil. It feels like, this thing I really love to do, and then I just want to be I don't know the word artist, I just want to draw, and then I start, keep practice all the time, and then I decide to study fine art,
Right. I read a story about how you were in art school and you didn't really enjoy it a lot. You just wanted to do your own thing. You didn't want all of the structure, all of the rules, all of the history and theory. My sonchai, like not so interesting. So you just decided to do your own thing, and it turned into a great success.
I think I practice a lot when back in the day, like every day I need to practice for back in like maybe I'm 12 or 13, and high school, I need to do like competition painting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the whole year, so I have a program to practice, and then I just go competition. I think that's make me practice a lot, like back in the day when I'm really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm growing up a little bit, so I just, decide to study art.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, you're mostly known for this little child character with big eyes, sometimes drawn and wearing like a bunny suit or something like that.
Yeah, like the animal suit.
Yeah. So how did you come up with this? How did this become your signature creation?
Let's get back in 2002. That's the year I'm start painting with a spray can.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, back in 2002, I'm start painting graffiti. Paint my name on the walls, and first pieces I just painted on the abandoned cars. The first pieces I feel like, wow, it's so fun. The spray on the wall it's quick,
right?
And you can do something big, and for sure people can see what you do. I feel like I'm small people, and I can put my name up on the wall. People see it. It makes me feel really special.
I see.
And after that, I keep painting, practice, and then painting, and then I can. I try to do more and more. Like every street that I can go, I hang out with a friend every weekend, find abandoned building to paint, and become. Actually, back in 2002, I painted the letter for a little bit, and then I start paint the face, because I feel like the graffiti is about put your name everywhere, and for me, I feel like I want to put my face everywhere, like say hi, say hi to the people, and I I can do the face really quick because just half face, come out from the wall and I can run in like 1 minute, just quick and then go.
Right.
And it feels like people can understand the picture more than the letter. And that's why I become Alex Face because I meet the face,
Ah, okay.
Some people call me the face. Oh, that's the face.
Ah.
Oh, I see the face. And then my name Alex, just a nickname from the university. And then I just put the face after that. So become Alex Face for my artist name.
I see. Cool.
Then I paint the face for maybe 9 years, quite long, and I get really boring, because I'm painting the face all the time. But I keep painting the face, I want people to recognize and remember the face. That's why I keep painting the same thing all the time, let people see in Bangkok, say, what's this, what the face? But people know Alex face, but they don't know my face. They don't know who I am. They thought like Falang, because like Alex.
Right.
Everyone's
okay.
like, oh, Falang. But okay, it's Falang, like. Some people say, I thought you Falang. No, I'm Thai. I'm 100% Thai, I think it's good, make people confused somehow. And yeah, having fun with that. And, like after 9 years for painting the face for a long time, and then I try to find a new style for paint. And 2009, back in 2009, like I have a baby. My daughter born in 2009, and then that changed my life.
Yeah, when you have a kid, it tends to do that.
That changed my life.
Yeah.
Completely changed, like I have a child in my arm, like I have to carry a baby, take care of her. I think it's really, really, for me, it's really hard time for me too. I quite young, I don't have much money. I not earn much money at that time, and I need to take care a little baby, with my wife. Like I think art has become like for me, art is about everything in normal life. I see the kid, I see a baby eating baby face every day, and my daughter make a face really grumpy. Like it's like what? Sometimes she's like look at me like like that. I'm like, okay, what do you think? I just having fun with her all the time. Like, hey, why you make a face like that? Are you happy? Are you worried the future? And then I'm like, yes, I'm worried.
Right.
It's changed a lot. My mind changed a lot when I have a child. Like before, I don't care much about thing around me. It's just like whatever.
Right. It's only about you.
About me. I can eat like bad food, whatever.
Stay up late. Go drinking with your friends, whatever.
Yeah, going out at night, painting graffiti. Like have a beer after came home, smoking. Like anything is like party and having fun. Day by day.
Right.
But after I have a child, it's like everything changed.
Yeah.
I'm stopped drinking. I'm stopped smoking because I need to save money. And then I feel like I need to look for society. I just worry about the future, like about her. Like I have a lot of questions after I have a child. Like how is Earth gonna be? Like everyone just talking about global warming or climate change. It's like, and it's really quick. That they say it's like it's not long for next generation. Like people consume all the time and really fast.
Right.
So make me it make me worry a lot when she when she really young, and that's why I become draw the face like a baby face on the wall.
Okay.
To make people see it, and I hope they can see the message that I want to say to the public. Like I'm painting on the wall with a baby face look like worry something about the future. Maybe that's the message I want to say.
That's what I've read about this, and I'm not an artist. I'm not very smart when it comes to art, but a lot of people think that like I've read the word juxtaposition, because the baby figure is a small child in these sort of strange, surreal situations. So you're like, why is a baby doing that or thinking these things? Because it looks like a child, but it's in situations that are very adult or very strange, or typically that you would not see a baby in.
Yeah.
So it's sort
Sometimes smoking.
yes, right. I've seen those. And there's the third eye in the middle of the forehead too, which is a whole other discussion on
Yeah,
knowledge
yeah.
and a different way of seeing things.
Yeah, the first time when I paint the baby, I don't paint like a rabbit suit.
Uh-huh.
That's become just a baby. And then the story just changes, day by day when I got like more inspiration. And actually, like the rabbit suit has become from really, really negative story, One day when I'm watching the news, there's the news about 5-month baby got hit by drunk father.
Oh,
It's really, really sad news, like something break inside that baby. And at the same time, my daughter is 5 months old. And I look at my daughter, in on bed, and I'm like, wow, it's really intense.
yeah.
And my tear drop in my eye. I'm like, wow, it's really, really sad. And then I feel like I want to paint something represent like victim animal. Sometimes a kid is like a victim, they cannot fight back, they're really small.
They're innocent.
They're really innocent, yeah. But so that's why I just paint the rabbit. I feel like the rabbit can represent something really innocent and like victim animal, like they got hunted by the wolf or the eagle, something like that.
Oh, interesting.
And the rabbit is look like, like you can see the suit is break, the show the bum or show the nipple coming out, something like that. And it's like, this kid is being adventure from somewhere, and they get really, like naughty. That's why the rabbit become.
Interesting. That's I very much identify with that because I'm a big, strong guy. I spend all day on the internet, and I've seen some horrible things on the internet.
Yeah.
Used to, before I had a kid, might be lie, didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Now I have a kid, like it really
Your
hurts
heart
me,
break.
upsets
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Let's break.
Yeah.
Let's break your heart sometime.
So going back into the day when you were younger, spray painting your cars and your name, do you miss that danger? Do you miss the excitement of spraying something and then running away?
Yes, it's really fun,
Sure.
Yeah, like, but that's illegal, but it's really free.
Yeah.
The freedom for me at that time, like you can do whatever you want to do, and people can see what you do in the field in the morning.
Right.
And I walk like long way, in Bangkok at night. It's really dangerous actually, but when you got home and you safe, you feel like yes, today the mission complete. Something like that, and yeah, we got problems sometimes, and we learn day by day what like, yeah, for sure we need to learn about what we're doing, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Paint someone door, and then I don't know, it's actually fun, but it's make me feel like we do like vandalism and make painting on the wall, we run, it's fun. And then one day I'm thinking about like what I'm doing. I'm studying art, and it feels like if I paint on the public, I should, I can talk something to the people by, what I'm doing. I can paint and send a message, what I want to say to the people, like speak out. And one day I just change the way I work. I'm trying to get like the wall and paint something like, let people see and then let them thinking.
Right.
Not just my name on the wall anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's easy to see a name and forget it, but when you see this,
Yeah.
you remember it.
Yeah, like back in the day, I feel like people in Thailand, they don't go to the gallery much, and they like Bangkok don't have like museum much. People don't see art.
Right.
And why not? Why I'm not trying to do art on the public, people can come by, by bus, or they walk by. Yeah, they walk past and they see,
Right.
art on the wall. I try to do art, I feel like I need to do some picture. I need to do some color. Let they see some colorful thing on the wall, that I tend to be that way.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've done some art shows overseas in other countries. How do you approach that when you're invited? How do you bring a show to life in another country?
Actually, I'm start in Thailand. It's easier, And, my first show is really, really small. I do the show. I do the first show in like 2 by 2 square meter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like really
Like
small
like
space, like
little
a shop.
bathroom.
Yeah, like a bathroom. Yeah, like the shop, like one section, like one shop in like JJ Market
Okay.
in section 7.
Yeah.
That's my first show. I think that's first step, that I walk, and after that I have a second show in Bangkok, and I think my first show, that's the show I talk about, is about the face. I still paint a leg face, not a baby face yet.
Okay. Okay.
And I did the baby face, I mean a baby, in 2012 in Bangkok, and I feel like this show I need to do something like really focused. I need to change my life somehow with the show, and the show come out really well, and I can make some money. After that, I decide to try to go another country. But for me, I want to learn, like how I can get the war if I go another country without speaking Thai.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I went to Korea, the first country, and then finally I cannot get any war to paint because I cannot talk to them, and then I cannot explain what I want to do.
Right.
And environment is different, It's finally I cannot get any wars.
Must be frustrating.
Actually, when you go another country, you need to know someone.
Right.
You need to know a friend, and then they can take you to the spot so you can paint. But the first time I don't know anyone, and I try myself, carry paint, took the train, many station, and try to look the spot to paint, but I cannot.
Yeah. By yourself in a strange place, that must be difficult.
yeah, but it's fun, like, okay, I want to paint, but
Right.
finally now. But after that, I try to move forward. Like, I have opportunity to go to England in 2013. My friend got invited to do a group show in London, like they call Monaco Art Fair. And I try to make visa. It's really hard for me at that time. I don't have much money in the bank. It's like, finally I get visa. Maybe I'm lucky. Yeah, the first time to go to like far away from home, like Europe. That's really fun. Like everything is different. The weather is different. I always paint in the sun, but in England I need to paint in the cold weather. My finger stuck because the can really freezing.
Yeah.
But it's really, really fun. And when you put your pieces there, people know you a little bit, and then people see more your pieces. And for me, I feel just want to learn the world, And I decided to traveling again in 2014 because my friend, she lives in Norway, like north of Norway, like
Okay.
up north, like no
Like
people,
Svalbard or something.
far
like
away, just the mountain, like 6 people in the town, something like that. I'm there with my friend and my family, my wife, my daughter, and then we traveling Europe, like Scandinavia, for 2.5 months.
Wow.
And painting every city, like try to meet friends, painting walls, like Norway, Denmark, Germany, Holland, and we met a lot of friends. We painting the wall every city we've been. Just it's really good, like memory. And then like I met friends, and I put my piece there. Like people know me, from what I'm doing, because I think I need to put myself there,
Right. Because no one's going to come and find you.
No one's gonna find me.
You have to go to them.
I need to go and find people, and like say hi to everyone.
Right.
Meet friends.
Right.
For me, it just feels like I just want to learn the world. That's it.
Now you've seen a bunch of other countries and how they do art and how they do graffiti and galleries and things like that. When you come back to Thailand, you mentioned earlier that a lot of Thai people, at least a long time ago, didn't go to art galleries. Now I think they do a bit more.
More space, like more art space.
Yeah.
But I mean about museum or, like National Museum.
Right.
For like young generation to learn about the history of art. I think in Bangkok we need that more. But
what do you think should be done to encourage that, or to have more facilities, more interests, more curiosity about art, about the history of art, about museums?
In Europe or America, maybe the stories, they have like long story about art, I think maybe Western art has become from Europe and America. I don't know, but that's why they have more art in Europe. But in Thailand, maybe it's very new about that. Maybe in the future, I think Thailand can be developed or more museum.
That's interesting. You think like in Europe they've been doing art for hundreds of years,
Yeah, like
right?
700 years or something.
Right. It's been like a central part of their culture.
That's why they have that their culture.
Yeah.
But for Thailand, it's really new.
So it might take some time, but it's
It will
it's
take some
changing.
time.
It's changing, right?
Yeah, but another way I feel like in Thailand, people accept more about the street art. When I'm talking with like friend, in Europe, everyone have they want to be artists. It's not easy.
Yeah. Right.
Everywhere in the world the same. They need to like try hard to be the artist. But sometimes when I get back to Thailand, it feels like people maybe easier than Europe. Somehow.
Interesting.
Like a lot of job here, people ask lots of people asking you to do like commission on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Or you can see like many brands do collaboration with like graffiti artists.
So in Europe,
not much. In Europe, it's like not much.
But so many people want to be artists in Europe that it's hard to get noticed.
Yeah.
But in Thailand, not a lot of people can do it. So it's easier to be noticed. Is that right? Do you think?
I think the same.
Okay.
I mean, how hard we need to try it. Maybe
it's not easy.
It's not easy. We need to prove like many years.
Right. Kind of like being an actor.
You need to prove yourself.
Work and work.
Yeah. You need to work hard for many years, to show people like, okay, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to try hard and do it better.
Yeah. I wish Bangkok would take advantage of the, what a lot of cities do is they encourage street art, graffiti art on sides of buildings and bridges. I think it adds color. It's beautiful. It shows off the local community and encourages creativity. It's cheap compared to like, building a new mall or something like that.
Yeah. I think that happened now.
It's starting to.
They're starting now. Like many places, they have a project. I've been many city in Thailand, to do on the mural, like Chiang Mai, up north, and Khon Kaen, like northeast, Korat, or like south, like Phuket, Phang Nga, Krabi. I think they need the mural on the wall, so let people go and take picture, like a check-in. Like they want people to walk around the area. So make like the areas more like lively. But like back in when I went to England, like in 2013, I went to like Brick Lane, like East London. So the area is full of the graffiti and street art. And what I'm seeing there, my friend, and he also like street artist, and he make a tour.
Oh yeah, right.
He make like graffiti tour. It's like 20 people in one time, like all day long, like full of the people taking picture of me when I'm painting the wall in Big Lane.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, yes, you make money.
You son of a bitch.
You make money from street art, from graffiti.
Yeah.
I was like, hey mate, how much you make it? It's about like 12 pounds per one person. Oh, you make good money. It's like 20 people. Like all day long, like around, like
that's hundreds of pounds per day.
All day, it's like you just see street art. Not really. We see all the building or everything, but nothing here, just street art. And people love to come by and take a picture, ask question, and let me draw on a sketchbook. And it's I can see what street art can do for the city. But Bangkok is different than England. Like the traffic jam make it harder to go.
The heat.
Yeah, to like walk from this spot to another spot, and the building is a bit far. But yeah, if you do some good spot, I think that helps somehow.
I wish they would do more of it.
Now they have many areas. They have like for people to go and take picture and hang out. Make the like street art area.
Right, like the creative district down on Jalan
Yeah,
Grove.
I can say like Jalan Gung area or Siam Square.
Right.
Yeah. And Phuket, I did in own town because like people go to Phuket, they just go to the beach.
Right.
And that's why the governor and the people in Phuket want to do something in the own town. So let people come and take a picture. They let them walk around the area. So help the community a little bit.
Right. bring tourists in,
being a tourist.
spend money. It's easy to organize. It's easy to set up. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
Yeah. But for me, I feel like you have to do in a good limit. You cannot do the whole city. Maybe can be pollution.
Yeah.
But if you do like good place, good time, that can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of art pushes boundaries. It's dangerous. It's political. There's another well-known Thai artist named Mubon. Mubon. He's gotten very political, lately. What do you think about art being political, being dangerous?
For me, street art is a tool to speak out. I think he know what he's doing. He want to speak out what he think. But for me, street art is, the duty of street art is about speak out for people. It's not only Bangkok. I think it's around the world that they use street art for that.
But I think art is an expression of the artist. So if you're not a political person, if you start creating political art, it might feel fake.
Yeah.
Right?
You just do what you feel.
Yeah.
For what you do.
Right.
For me, I can talk about political, but I'm not go like really straight. I just go like
just a hobby.
I mean, like when I talking about political, and I'm like for the show, actually it's a little bit political too, but actually political is like everything we are in society. Everything like affect you.
Yeah.
Political is affect you for sure.
Yeah.
Like for this show, if you see a flower and the child, I'm talking about what happened, like situation, what happened at the moment. I'm painting like new generation and always a flower growing on their head,
Right.
That every young generation, like many, like back in the day, like when you're young, you always with hope, you always with future.
Yeah.
You hope your future gonna be, like
when you're a child, you have a blank canvas.
Yeah. Like for young generation at the moment, I feel like it's flower growing.
Interesting.
They hope for future.
But your stuff that's very subtle. You know what I mean? It's like sabai. But other artists like Mubon and others are more in your face.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
Aggressive. Yeah.
And that's fine. But it's just his style. Your style is your style.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their style.
Yeah. Some people really straight away, like really aggressive.
Yeah.
I think for me, Mubon is not really aggressive. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
They have more aggressive than him. Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll talk about them on the next another show.
I saw some people is more aggressive than Mubon. Yeah. I feel Mubon is like, cute bird,
Right.
He did something cute. Like, okay, a bird flying.
It's very distinctive. As soon as it's like yours. As soon as you see it, you're like, I know that guy.
Yeah. Actually, I worked with him like long ago. Like we met long ago and worked together for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I went to England with him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So recently you did a collaboration with Coach Bags.
Yeah.
How does that work? Like what do you do?
For me, when you're working like collaboration with a brand, it's different thing, like another platform to show your artwork.
Right.
And one thing is, I think it's a good thing about collaboration with the brand is like you can send all the message to like many people. Sometimes, fine art is about just some small group of people like art collector or, some people really, really love art, but I mean, when you collaboration with a brand, it's like more pop, people you can send all the message to lots of people.
Right.
And then you make a product. Some people, they don't have much money to buy expensive painting, and we don't have much painting to sell to everyone anyway.
Right.
So they can grab some T-shirt, or you can grab some toy. You can do some merchandise. I think you can, like people can, some young people, they don't have much money. They can collect your art.
Yeah.
And then invite them come to the art world. Maybe they can start from some easy thing like a T-shirt or some merchandise
and work their way up to Coach Bags because they're not cheap.
They have some T-shirt. It's okay. Not
all right.
Not too bad.
But maybe they can be inspired. One day in 20 years, there'll be a guy saying, "Oh, I bought a
painting
of Alex Face T-shirt, and it inspired me to start my own thing."
Something like that. Yeah.
If you could collaborate with any brand, Any brand you dream of collaborating with?
I don't have any choice in my mind right now.
No?
I'm just thinking about what I'm gonna do for next show. Yeah, I'm always thinking about like what I'm gonna do for next show.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to get this baby on a couple of Coca-Cola cans. Or
Maybe
something.
I want to do collaboration with the SpaceX.
SpaceX?
Maybe
That would be badass.
painting on
On a spaceship?
on the spaceship to going to Mars.
Instead of flowers coming out of the baby's head, you could have the planets and the stars.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would.
Can go big. Hello, SpaceX.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, as we're finishing up, we have a couple of questions from some of our patrons.
Uh-huh.
One of our listeners, Devin, he says, "What do you doodle for fun when you go home? What do you draw for fun just to relax?"
I love to draw like landscape sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just see what I see. Like, you can paint what you see. Don't think about anything. Just see, and then see the color, see the sky, see the tree. See the land, and then you paint what you see. I think that the thing is make you like focus and and really relax. Sometimes I just sit to see landscape for a long time, and then you just paint it.
You don't have to have a plan. Just start.
Just see what you see. Like
Right.
okay, like you sit down, relax, and then you have your pen with you, like watercolor, whatever.
Yeah.
Every time when I'm traveling, I have like small like plate of watercolor
Uh-huh.
and like small like sketchbook, and then you draw
Whatever.
whatever.
Cool.
Okay, cool. That's
But
it.
that's just for you.
Yeah, just for me. Yeah.
De-stress.
Yeah, don't think about anything. Just draw. Yeah.
One of our listeners, James, he says, "How do you select a site to be blessed with your art? Is it a matter of opportunity, some place where you can't get permission to do it, or do you choose a location based on architecture or light, or how do you decide where to draw your pieces?"
Sometimes you don't know, like what you're gonna see. But for me, I really like abandoned building because like no one owns it,
Yeah.
and you can paint whatever you want to paint. And I like the texture, like I like the own texture on the concrete wall. But architecture is okay too. Like depend,
Yeah.
depends. But for me, the first thing, abandoned, it's cool.
Yeah.
Abandoned wall is really cool.
There's something about an old building with a bright
Yeah.
color painting that just
Yeah,
looks
sometimes when you see the spot, you say, "Yes, I need to paint that."
Right.
They
So-
come up in your mind.
it's just an opportunity, the right place, the right building.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a game.
Right.
When you went to the spot, you don't know you like what you're gonna do, but sometimes it's like okay, you need to think a lot, like play with environment.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about this as we're finishing up. Tell us about this your show now. Where is it and when does it run?
Okay. I have a exhibition, the solo exhibition at Bangkok City Gallery in Sathorn Soi 1. And the show gonna run until December 27.
Okay.
And the gallery closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
But the show is talking about, like permanent and impermanent. When you painting the wall, the painting is not last forever.
Right.
Sometimes, like people paint over. Sometimes they're breaking the walls.
Or the building gets knocked down.
Yeah, they're knocking down and paint a new building. And sometimes, the sun take it away by, but that's not permanent.
Right.
And that's why you can see a bronze statue, like a bronze sculpture in this show. Very strong material. It makes me thinking about like why people making the monument. I think people, they make the monument because they just try to make the story for the people to understand what they're gonna say. But I can see many monuments get destroyed during COVID situation.
Yeah.
I see in England they throw one statue to the river.
Right. The Christopher Columbus, I think.
Yeah, because like he can be hero before.
Yeah. Now he's a villain.
Now like the world changed and the story changed.
Interesting.
It's not permanent.
Yeah. Right. You think it was permanent?
Yeah,
but
even the bronze. Also in Thailand, one monument is gone.
The famous monument. Yeah.
It's gone, and we don't know where's that.
Yeah.
So not permanent. It's like, and also you can see a lot of flower here.
Mm-hmm.
And I got inspired from the Dutch painting from 17th century.
Oh yeah.
Like if you see, all the painting from, like a Dutch painting style.
Like from the Rijksmuseum or.
Yeah, like the flower in the Dutch painting, they're talking about life is really short. It's not forever. And also the butterfly in the painting is, insect have a short life. It's talk about death, life and death is, not forever.
Yeah.
So that's why you can come to the show and see a lot of flower.
They're beautiful, beautiful big paintings too. This one is probably 4 meters tall.
Yeah, about 4 meter.
Yeah. And I'm interested in the one of the statues here of Marty, the baby, in sort of it's a Marilyn Monroe pose, pushing up the dress, but it's a flower. It's a flower petals.
Yeah, flower
instead
petal.
of a dress. And I can see my reflection in the butt right now.
So. Like windy.
Yeah.
Can be, I got inspired from the Monroe a little bit, but it's like windy, blowing the leaf away.
And it changing it.
Fragile.
Erasing everything.
Yeah. Like I want to make it fresh too in this room.
One more question. Is your daughter an artist? Is she following you?
She have one painting in this show.
Really?
If you come in the first like small room of the gallery, I painting still live with her.
Oh,
darling,
that's great.
Last year.
That's great.
I'm not sure, I don't know what she's gonna do in the future, but I think she loves art because she see every day,
Well, she's got a good role model.
I think she can focus. Sometime when she paint, she can finish it. Like she can sit many hours.
Oh, really?
To finish the painting.
Can she talk to my son? Because my son can sit for about 5 minutes.
And then run.
Video games.
Yeah, I think she focused. I think that's okay. But I'm not expect like she gonna be artist like me, for me, I feel like if you want to be artist, it's really hard too, I'm working really hard. But if she want to be artist, it's okay.
Yeah.
But she have time, for future. Like she's just 11, so she can see a lot of things and be what she want to be. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, man, for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for coming too.
And it's great work you're doing, and we wish you the best continued success.
Yeah, sorry for my English. Sometimes I'm like my tongue like.
Your English is a lot better than my Thai.
No, I need to learn more. I feel like I need to learn English more.
You're doing fine, and I guess that's just another excuse to travel around the world more.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure, and we will hopefully our listeners out there, if you're able, come down to City Gallery, and please, if you're walking around the city, you will also undoubtedly see Alex's work. So, thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Man, I got to say, I love when we do shows like this because I need an education in the art scene in Bangkok. It's just not my world. And, I think this is one of the goals of the Bangkok podcast. We expand people's horizons, and it's usually our listeners, but it's often also me. Right. So I learned from these. And I know we've had previous shows on the Bangkok art scene, but the more the better, man. I really need to know about this.
Yeah, Evo and I did a show back in season 2, I think, where we did an actual live audio walking tour of the Museum of Contemporary Art, which is incredible. And over the past year or so, I certainly haven't done what I should, but I've gotten myself to more galleries and museums and really sort of started to see a bit more of Bangkok's art scene. And it's really rich and very, very cool. And there's a lot of really neat people doing really neat things. So it's cool to get an insight from Alex and see what he's doing and how it's just turned from something that he did because he was bored to this fabulous career. So thanks so much, Alex, for coming on. It was great to meet you and to talk to you. And you look at the episode, the graphic artwork that we have for this episode, there's going to be a picture of Marty. And if you haven't seen it, then when you see it, it's very, very distinctive. You'll notice it immediately.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. And we got to have more artists on. We got to do it.
True that. All right, let's get into some love, loathe, or live with, where one of us picks a particular aspect of living in Bangkok, which we then discuss and decide if it's something we love about living here, loathe about living here, or have come to accept as something that we just have to learn to live with no matter how we feel about it. And this week it is my turn.
Alrighty.
I think this will be something that you're familiar with because you are a vegetarian. It is a food item.
Mm-hmm.
And it is called in Thai miang kam. Do you know what that is?
Why does that sound familiar? I feel like I should know this.
Miang kam is the plate they often put in front of you in like more traditional Thai restaurants or in sort of markets.
Oh, it's the leaves. It's the banana leaf thing, right?
It's a betel leaf.
Right. Okay. Betel leaf. So not a banana leaf. Okay.
Yeah. Inside the betel leaf, you put peanuts, garlic,
Yes.
shredded roasted coconut, chilies, lime, sometimes gong heng, dried shrimp, and some paste.
That's right. I gotta say, I love it. I mean, back in the day, I used to put everything in. Now I skip the shrimp and stuff like that. But I love it. So that's actually betel leaf. I didn't know what kind of leaves those were.
Yeah, well, I mean, according to Google, so I mean,
But that would be the official version of it, right?
yeah, what's been incorrect on Google before, but according to this, it's it's a traditional Southeast Asian snack from Thailand and Laos. Was introduced to the Siamese court of King Rama V by Princess Dara Rasmi.
Oh wow, I love it. So in case Greg's description wasn't clear, basically on the table is just like a dish with a whole bunch of not really kind of like condiments, but then a leaf, and you just kind of make a cup with the leaf and put stuff in it.
Yeah,
and then eat it. And
you wrap the leaf up in a little ball and then pop the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah, and there's usually like raw ginger in there. So I got to go thumbs up. I remember back in the day having this at where was it? I think I was at the first time I had it was at a fairly upscale Thai restaurant. So it's not a super common thing, right?
No, you wouldn't find it like sitting.
It's not
on
like a street restaurant kind of thing. No.
Yeah, right. I don't think so. I've only ever seen it at nicer places or at markets where like a lot of traditional stuff is being sold.
But it's finger food, So I don't think it's actually expensive or anything, but it's got a little bit of a gourmet vibe to it, right?
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, but I love it too. I think it's really delicious. Like I don't sit there and eat like the entire plate of it, but
right,
I can have 2 or 3 of those.
No, thumbs up. It's an example of a very local thing. We don't really have any kind of American equivalent at all, but I like it a lot. I'm gonna go love.
Love for me too. Nice.
Alrighty. There's a lot of love going around tonight. So as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, we'd like to say thank you to Mikhail Linden for lending us his support at the show shoutout level. And Greg, what did you find out about Mikhail?
Well, Mikhail wrote us a very nice long letter and touches on something that his country and my country share in common, as well as why he came to Bangkok in the first place. Check this out, Ed. He said, I'm from a very small town in northern Sweden called Örnsköldsvik.
Whoa.
He said, try pronouncing that if you can. I tried it.
Wow.
Örnsköldsvik.
Okay, I'm not even trying.
There's 2 umlauts in that word.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And he says, actually, if you translate it straight off, it becomes Eagle Shield Bay.
That's a cool name. That's kind of a cool name.
The only reason I think I got this right is because I actually have friends who live in Sweden, and their last name is Örn, which is the first part of Örnsköldsvik.
I see.
Eagle. So
I see.
Yeah. Mikhail, let me know if I got that even close to right, but I think I did it right. And he said only hockey fans have heard of his city because there have been 4 NHL players, the National Hockey League, who have come from his little town in northern Sweden.
Holy crap. Wow.
Yeah. Marcus Naslund, the twins Henrik and Daniel Sedin, and Peter Forsberg. I got to apologize, Mikhail. I do not know anything about hockey. I am not a sports guy. I'm a very strange Canadian in that regard. But more power to them, I guess.
For sure.
Must be something in the water. And then he said, what was my relationship with Bangkok? And he said, this is my first destination on a 4-month journey back in 2008. Mikhail visited KL and Phnom Penh, but for reasons that we know too well, Bangkok is the one that's stuck. He said he's been visiting Thailand once or twice a year since then, with the exception of 2020 for obvious shitty reasons.
He's a re-tourist, a term we haven't used in a while, but he's a re-tourist.
That's right. He's a re-tourist. Yeah. And he wants to move back here. But in the meantime, check this out. He said, I've done a podcast marathon for the past 1.5 years, beginning with the episode that you did together with Tony back in the day, 2010. And today, 285 episodes later.
Oh, my God.
I have just finished listening to the latest interview with Rickard Dockham. This was a few weeks ago. And now, as a patron, he's a new patron, I will roll up my sleeves and take on all 170 plus bonus episodes.
Dear Lord. I have not listened to all of them. I haven't.
Dude, I love hearing my own voice, and I wouldn't listen to that much.
Wow, this he should really get some kind of award if he can manage to pull it off. That's pretty amazing.
I think so. The Golden Ear Award. That's what.
That's right.
Give Mikhail,
the Bangkok Podcast Golden Ear Award. Right?
So that's some stamina. And Mikhail, you got to teach us some type of meditation or something, because you got to have some trick to listen to that much of us two jackasses yap in your ear.
That's right. That's right.
But thanks for the support, man. We really appreciate it. And if we can't make it to Ernsköldsvik, then I guess we're just going to have to buy you a beer in Bangkok.
For sure. For sure. Thank you, Mikhail.
Thanks,
all right. A final thanks to our patrons who support the show. Patrons get a ton of cool perks and the warm, fuzzy feeling knowing that they're helping support the show. Find out more by clicking support on our website. And connect with us online. We're Bangkok Podcast on social media, bangkokpodcast.com on the web, or simply bangkokpodcast@gmail.com. We love hearing from our listeners and always reply to our messages.
Yes, we do. You can also listen to each episode on YouTube. You can chat with us online, or even reach out to me directly on Twitter or Instagram, where I am BKK Greg. So thank you for listening, everyone. Take it easy out there, and we'll see you back here next week.
Absolutely. Dude, how come we know so many people who know so much about beer? I mean, Scott is just one of them, but we have a bunch of friends that just seem to be beer experts.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. Wait, is this the outro, or do you want to do another outro?
No, that was the outro.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought.